Good God, it's been a while. Alright, it's been a month since the last episode event. What? What's that all about? I don't get it. I don't know why I haven't been doing it. I mean, has anything changed? Have things gotten worse in my life? Not exactly, no. I had to take some time, guys. I had to take some time, and just figure things out and figure out a direction and come up with a plan. That's all I could do, What's a good excuse? I have no excuse for why I haven't been doing episodes of this, but I'm doing one today. Doing it. Gotta do it. Alright, so let's get started with this week's, I guess. Who knows if I'm gonna do an episode tomorrow, but let's just call it this week's vent. Let's go. Oh, yeah. I had to add the laugh at the end because this Roseanne's laugh wasn't on this track. So yeah, that was the theme to Roseanne, and it's back. Roseanne is back. It's been back for a few weeks now, and I've been watching it. Like, why? Why have I been watching it? First of all, my wife loves the show, so. And I used to watch it all the time as a kid, so I'm having a serious nostalgia trip. So, like, on top of watching the new ones, I'm going back and watching the old ones too. So, off and on, and it's a good show. It's a good show. I have no intelligent opinions on it. It's entertaining, and I watch it a lot. So, oh boy. Do I just start this show like I start every show, being all like, I don't know what to talk about, I don't know where we're going with this, because it's true, it's a given. Every time I start one of these things, it's a given, I don't know where I'm going to go with it, so let's just go there. Alright, like, there's nothing really pressing on my mind at the moment. Just, everything's in a state of, it's a holding pattern, the news is in a holding pattern. He's like, okay, the FBI raided Trump's lawyer's office. What's gonna happen? And so now we're in the part, so we're waiting until to be here more. So basically, the news is just like, we'll see. And it's who knows where that shit's gonna go. The more you read about it, the more complicated it gets, and the more boring it gets. I think they're counting on people just checking out because of how boring a lot of this shit is. It's so boring, but because it involves Trump, we're all like, all right, we got to figure out if he's done anything wrong, so we can demonize him, and hopefully Congress will impeach him or some bullshit like that. Okay. I'll be I that really has nothing to do with me. Okay. So I'm gonna get my popcorn ready for the big shit show, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna eat it up. I'm gonna watch everything go down, like either way it goes. But the big thing. Okay, this is where the news is a little less. Yeah, no, this is a little. It's not. It's. Oh no. It's like we're always seem to, but it's like it's a common thing. It's like it's always going on. We're always on the brink of war. It's like, why do we have to be scared of going to war all the time? It's boring now. And stop with the threats and all that shit. Like the big thing is Russia's all like, oh, America, you better not attack Syria for the chemical attack on wherever they attacked with chemicals, and Trump is all like, "No, this is, Assad is an animal, and we're going to bomb them." And Russia's all like, you're not gonna bomb them." And they're like, "Oh yeah, I am." And we're still waiting on the bombs right now, or maybe they're dropping right now. Maybe they're dropping right now. We don't know. White House knows, but the bombs are too far away from where I am to know if they dropped or not. And thank God for that too. Thank God for that. And if you're in a place where bombs don't normally fall, this is your chance to be thankful for that as well. Yeah. Appreciate. Don't hate, appreciate. I know it's hard sometimes, but you gotta do it. But yeah, it's like, yeah, so that's about all I'm going to cover of that. Unless, let's see if there's any news about that. Yeah, huh? Well, yeah, another news is like Paul Ryan is jumping ship. Paul Ryan's jumping ship while everyone in Trump's cabinet's getting fired day by day and being replaced by who the fuck knows. Paul Ryan's all like, "All right, I'm done with this shit. I'm not seeking re-election. I'm getting the fuck out of here." Yeah, that's Paul Ryan for you. Yep. But see ya, Paul. I can't say I'll miss you, but I have no reason to not miss you, or do I? I might, if I really look into it. Like, I don't care about Paul. Like, I really don't care about the government. Why am I talking about politics and government? Because, I don't want to be ignorant. I am, but I don't want to be. And so I'm striving not to be ignorant about a lot of stuff going on in the world, but it has nothing to do with me. And I hope it never has anything to do with me, really. So that's my American freedom now. I'm exercising my American freedom to be ignorant. Ignorant. Yeah. But I'm not completely ignorant because I am talking about it. And I don't know. I should get someone on this show to offer a bit of, like, discussion on the big things going on here. Like someone who's been following this shit with me, and we could discuss it at length, but I'm not discussing it anymore, I hope. Alright, well, let's see if there's anything else. No. Come on, man. This is like, I'm looking at these headlines, man. I'm gonna spare you me reading them because they're just. I hate the news. I'm becoming a kid again, I think, because I'm just starting to hate the news. It's like, this is the dumbing down of America in action. I feel like a dummy. And I'm just like, I don't care. I mean, in all actuality, the people in charge don't want people to follow the news. They want them to just work and be mindless slaves to the machine. And I'm not one of those at the moment. Haven't been one of those for a while because I've been trying to forge my own way in the world and become a successful writer and all that shit. And, see where the writing goes, I'll be other things, looking to being, like, if anything happens with the writing, anything more anyway, I would try to take a stab at acting again, because I have a lot of pent-up emotion, and I think acting could really help me get it out. Producing, I'm learning the business side of things, so yeah, I'll keep up with learning about that in the meantime. So I'm being a mindless slave to that education. I'm educating myself on that end. I know I'm learning, more about what it takes to make a quality film. I'm learning more about my own taste as a viewer of movies and television. I'm figuring out who I am as an audience member, which takes a lot longer than you might think. Because it's just, you got to refine your taste because the market is saturated with a bunch of media. So you got to, like, narrow it down and refine your taste. And so I was like, last night I was just watching trailer after trailer for, like, these indie movies that no one's ever heard of. But they make the rounds in the festivals and all that. And I'm like watching trailer after trailer. I'm going to watch until I run into one that that speaks my cinematic language. Because I have, like, a cinematic language in my mind, which helps, it helps build the screenplays that I write. and I have to translate that cinematic language in my head onto the page, and hopefully, if I'm not the one directing, another director will recognize that cinematic language and put it on the screen. And so what I've been doing is just like, I realize because I like to go into a movie blind, but I don't. That's such a crapshoot. I can do it sometimes, not all the time. But what what I'm trying to do now is like, what would sell me on a movie, and it would have to be how it looks in the trailer. It's not the poster. Don't judge a book by its cover. You got to see that trailer, and hopefully it doesn't spoil everything for you. But at least the trailer will give you a good idea of what it looks like, what it sounds like, what the acting will be like, all that. And so I'm not really gonna watch movies anymore. I'm just gonna watch trailers, and until I run into one that I think speaks my cinematic language, that will be the movie that I end up watching. Those will be the movies I end up watching. Yeah, that was a tangent. There's no subject in today's show. I'm just doing it. Oh man. Oh man. I am out of practice. It's really hard to get into practice, Since I haven't been dropping videos on YouTube lately, I've been taking that time to read, watch, and really get in the swing of like my writing routines. And it's really hard to get a routine that sticks, because I have a method that I really, really like, but sometimes, it's a mood thing. Like, you can't change your mood. It's not like a switch. You wake up in a bad mood, or if you feel like you have a brain fog or a block or something, it's not a lot that can really fix it a lot of the time. Like, sometimes if you eat something, but you can't do it mentally. You can't just do it by will. You have to get some sort of vitamin in you, or stimulant, or something to get you going. Right now, I'm 2 cups of coffee and 1 package of bacon into my day, and so I think if I took a caffeine pill, that might be going overboard. So I'm not going to take one. Yeah, so I'm going to let this wear off and just work, I guess. I got a lot to work on, but I'm taking the time out right now to just chill, center my thoughts, get an episode of Men out, and I'm going to enjoy it, But I'm not really going to be all concerned about what I say or talk about in these episodes, because the views are in the single digits. There was one episode back in I think they did back in February that broke double digits. It got 11 views, and that's because I shared it around and stuff. But that was like the last episode I dropped for a while, because like some things changed as far as work opportunities and things like that. So I took the time to focus more on that and get ready for all that stuff. But I just wasn't in the zone to keep doing episodes of this. But I don't really need to be in any kind of zone to get these episodes done. That's what I need to realize, because I'm going after single digit views, and it doesn't really make any difference to me. Like, okay, yeah, no one's listening to shit. Like, I don't, it'd be awesome if they did, but it's like, it doesn't raise the stakes for me. It's not like, oh, I gotta make this episode really good. I gotta make it really good because, the fans, man, the fans are clamoring for me to do a good show. No, I'm gonna do a shit show today. This is the shit show today, where I just ramble. And I think I'm going to continue it every day. Why not? Let's do it. I'm just going to ramble nonsense all time. 35 minutes of me rambling about bullshit. Yeah, but I'm going to do it really exciting, so it might be slightly entertaining. So, that's something to look forward to. Now, with that in mind, let's check the movie news. Let's see if there's any big news in the Hollywood spectrum or whatever. Because, I'm a movie guy. I think I need to make this entertainment-centric, Like, let's forget national headlines. Let's forget what the fuck Trump is up to. I mean, he's going to do what he's going to do. He doesn't have, no one has any influence over him. But let's see. Ooh, breaking news on Deadline. Michael Mann, one of my favorite directors, he seals deal for real-life crime mastermind tale. What is all this about? I don't know, when was the last time I watched a Michael Mann movie? Well, has he only made, like, how many movies has he made since Public Enemies? Like, what, Black Hat? I never saw Black Hat, so, um, uh, is that, like, the only one? It had to be more. Okay, so he's gonna be doing, like, a procedural. Well, those are always good, especially in Michael Mann's hands. And, like, that night, if you talk about cinematic technique, Michael Mann's got that shit in the bag. In the bag! Yeah, all of his movies look pretty good. Well, he shot Public Enemies mostly on digital, and when you do a period pace on digital, it loses a lot of authenticity. So, Public Enemies was an alright movie, but it was very not authentic because of how it was shot. I mean, I think a lot of period pieces have been shot on digital, but the digital, it's not noticeable. It looks like film. So, yeah, as long as you can shoot it on digital and make it look like film, if you got a good color grading expert and all that shit, yes, you could do your period piece. But it didn't seem like, yeah, it was 2009. Digital technology wasn't like where it's at now. I mean, The Revenant was shot digital, so, and that was a period piece, and that's probably the quintessential period piece of this decade. It's like, if you want to see where, the baton handed off from, like, classic filmmaking to modern filmmaking, the baton is like, I don't even know what the baton, there's no fucking baton. But what I realized was, okay, The Hateful Eight and The Revenant, they both came out around the same time, the same year, 2015. And what was interesting about those two movies is that Hateful Eight was shot in a very classic style, 70mm, a very traditional way of making movies that they don't make anymore. While The Revenant was shot like, digital 360 style, panoramic, it was like a motion ride, the whole thing. And if you really want to see, like, if you really want to compare how film has changed, watch The Hateful Eight, then watch The Revenant as like a double feature. And you'll notice that, Hateful Eight is the old style, Revenant is a new style, and it's a perfect transition to this modern age of films, because it's an entirely different age now. It's totally new. It's like you have to forget pretty much everything that was made prior to 2012 at this point. It's like after 2012, there was a new age of movies, and it was cemented in 2015 by the releases of The Hateful Eight and The Revenant. So, I don't know, and a lot of directors still work with the film format, but it's like a mixture of styles now. It's like a very it's a hybrid time. And with the Me Too movement, like, movies are just like gonna change. They've changed so much already. They're gonna change more now. I just hope that the political correctness thing doesn't just overtake how movies are made anymore. It's like when you get politics involved in art, it's just it's ridiculous. It's fucking stupid. But because I'm not a political person, and I feel like I'm like being put in a box where I kind of have to choose sides. It's like I have to be either this way or that way, and I'm like I'll create my own political stance, and it's not going to reflect the left or the right or whatever. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way I do, and those people can be part of my what do they call it? Not demographic, partisanship. There we go, partisanship. Had to think for a second, because I'm not as smart as I sound, or look, or am. But my point is, Michael Mann is going to be making a new movie. Now, that's cool. Now, excuse me, I'm going to use this transition and segue to cough. I hate the changing of the seasons. It was winter yesterday, it was spring today. It's been winter, winter weather anyway, for the last week and a half, and now, every once in a while there'll be, kind of a spring day. Hey, it's kind of warm today. Okay. Well, shit, I'm not looking forward to the summer now, but I don't want it to get fucking cold again. I mean, this is just bipolar Arkansas weather, so take with it what you will. Wow. I just realized something. I'm not going to upload this episode. I think I'm done. I'm wasting my time here. I'm going to turn it off. Should I? I'm even 20 minutes in. I mean, I'm more than halfway through. Should I keep going, guys? Should I keep going? Is anyone still listening to me? No? Okay. I guess I'll just keep going then. What am I going to do right now? Okay, I'm going to, damn it. I ate all my bacon. I was going to eat that. I thought there was one piece left. I was going to eat that last piece and then, you know, this is the worst day. I finished all my bacon. This is the worst day. Wait, never mind. No, not anymore. All right. And, you know, I'm really pissed that I stopped doing this show as regularly as I did, because I was starting to come up with a really good formula, you know, a good structure, because I wanted to come up with a good structure for this, but I didn't want to, since this wasn't like, this is like a side gig, it's not becoming anything, like I didn't want to spend too much time trying to figure out a proper structure for the show, because I'm busy proper structures for all my writing projects, of which there are many. So, and I needed to take more time building those and building some, you know, wackadoo BS on YouTube. But that being said, in this day and age, you have to have an online presence. And so this is my feeble attempt to create an online presence to feel blah 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 to feel notoriety. Is that the right word I'm thinking? Like, I can't think of the words. Notoriety, maybe, or you know, at least if someone was interested in knowing more about me, the NRM, the Nick R. Murphy, they can come here and find out. And yeah, because you could really, it's pretty much, you know, I just pour myself out here. You know, it's just, even if it's like not about anything particular, like everyone has to have a topic, and everyone has fancy little editors to cut that shit. I don't have any of that stuff. I'm not gonna do any of that stuff unless, you know, there's a following based on what I have here, and then I can get some of that sweet YouTube ad revenue, or just Patreon supporters, and I could probably hire a crew, like an editor and, you know, camera person, whatever, you know. I mean, that's how it works with a lot of these big YouTubers. But I just, you know, I'm just putting the work out there. I'm just gonna, like, I just want to just upload the content like crazy. And, you know, they say you can't, you know, YouTube says you can't get any ad revenue unless you have 1,000 subscribers, and so what am I going to do there? I mean, do I have to go to 1,000 strangers who have smaller accounts and be like, hey, you have a small account, I have a small account, let's like each other's accounts, so we could be, you know, we can rake in that sweet YouTube ad revenue. How about that? But, you know, by the time you accomplish that, YouTube will change its policies, and it'll be even harder to get that sweet revenue that they need so much to make all the big, awesome changes that they're making that help a smaller creators, you know, thrive and flourish. And it's funny. Okay, let's talk about this. You know, I've been gone for a while. I didn't talk about the YouTube shooting last week. I have to talk about this since I am on YouTube and I got some time left. Finally, something I can talk about. Man, it took only 25 minutes to find something I can really talk about. But I remember now, the fucking YouTube shooting. The failed YouTube shooting. And a female. It was a female shooter for a change. How about that, guys? All right, you know, respect women. You know, you gotta respect them for, you know, trying to, you know, find their place in everything, including mass shootings. However, she only wounded people. She didn't kill anybody at the YouTube headquarters. Yeah, she went to the YouTube headquarters. She was a disgruntled YouTuber, probably pissed off about their policies. And, you know, she went and opened fire, and then she ended up shooting a couple people and killing herself. What an idiot. What a moron. What a stupid fool. I'm saying it. She's a stupid fool. And but when I heard it, like, all I can, like, you know, when I hear something about a tragedy, I guess I'm just a terrible human being. Like, the first thing I come up with is like, oh, what kind of jokes are they going to come up with? What kind of jokes can I come up with about this? You know, it's like, because when I heard it, I'm like, Oh, wow, okay. I guess someone else was mad because the YouTube app wasn't working on their Blu-ray player either. Because for the last 2 weeks, I haven't been able to watch YouTube on my Blu-ray player, and like that's the only way I watch YouTube. I'm not gonna sit on my phone watching YouTube videos all day. Like sometimes I just veg out and just watch YouTube videos. Video essays predominantly. Um, but I haven't been able to do that for a while, so I haven't been able to watch my PewDiePie videos, my Philip DeFranco videos. It sucks. It really sucks. It makes you so mad. It makes you so mad, but not mad enough to stumble into YouTube headquarters to kill people. Just I want to note that. I want to note it. So nobody gets worried. But it's funny, after it happened, and this is what made me want to talk about this, is because like the day after the motives of the shooter came out, the next day I get an email from YouTube, saying like, oh, here's an opportunity to make, get more people to watch your videos, and here's some inspiration. They were trying to placate this. It's like they were trying to placate the smaller creators, just so they don't shoot up the place. And I'm like, okay, oh, nice try, all right. Okay, that doesn't help me none. That doesn't help me create more content, and I doubt it's going to help anyone else. But nice try. A for effort, YouTube. A for effort. I just think it was so, like, I'm going to see if I can find this email. I'm going to look for it real quick. Alright, because I can't talk about this email and just, like, because I'm describing it very vaguely and very broadly, and it's no good. But let me see if I can find it, because it made me laugh. It gave me a good chuckle. Blah 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 blah. Man, I get too many emails. YouTube creators. I got this on April 6th. Nick R. Murphy. Some inspiration to keep you in the fast lane is the subject of the. They addressed me by name. Thank you, algorithm. Okay. So I guess they're posing it as like some sort of newsletter, like a monthly newsletter. Here, I've never got a monthly newsletter from YouTube ever, so not that I've noticed. And I notice every email I get. I pour through that thing all the time. But here it is, YouTube Creator Monthly, April 2018. Thank you to everyone who made videos, tweeted, and reached out to YouTube during this difficult time. Your support means more than you realize. All of us working here at YouTube are very grateful for this amazing community. Hi, Nick R. Murphy. Ever heard the expression, less is more? Well, there's a trend on the rise. Creators are living on the road. Get inspired by how they're uploading while downsizing. Plus, check out how you can go live quicker than ever. Zoom, zoom. Like, oh, great. That sounds exciting. And, like, the rest is just like, okay, here's, like, some trends. Here's, like, going on. Okay. Oh, and a creator spotlight where, of course, it's it promotes multiculturalism and diversity. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. And P.S. We've got a special treat that's meant to celebrate the accomplishments of creators from around the world and give you one final bit of inspiration for the month. Take a look. And it's a clickbait, so I'm not going to click on it. But the picture is of a YouTube logo, a white YouTube logo with a diamond in the middle, or it's supposed to look like, or a crystal in the middle. Who knows? I don't care. Was this email helpful? Oh, I got some emojis. It's a multiple question, but instead of A, B, C, or D, I got emojis. Let's see. I got a shocked face with the X's for eyes. A sad face, a blank face with the straight line for a mouth, a smile, and like a little laughy, like with the closed eyes and the laughing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the X eyes one because I'm just like, because that's how I interpret, because this whole fucking email is, There we go. Thank you for your feedback. We recorded your response. Have more feedback? Tell us more. Oh, no, you can just reference my video that I'm creating right now, my podcast that I'm going to upload to YouTube. And so you'll hear everything I need to say. And I'm not blaming you for the fact I don't have 1,000 subscribers. That's my fault. That's my fault, because I don't network myself. I don't promote myself appropriately. And I haven't accumulated the contacts. I haven't networked with the contacts I need to network with to promote my work. But honestly, there's no work to promote. This is just some jackass talking. So, you're okay, YouTube. You don't have to worry about me shooting up your joint. Okay. And I have that on video right now. Or audio, anyway. It's going to be on a video. The video that we're watching right now. And I can't believe that I was going to stop recording almost 20 minutes in, or like 20 minutes in. Like I was going to stop. But then you work at it hard enough. That's the lesson today. Like, yes, sometimes you don't feel like doing shit. You don't feel like doing it. You can't get in the groove, nothing, but you just gotta keep, like, fake it till you make it, essentially. That's it, I guess. You know, like, you gotta fake it till you make it, and, you'll be alright. Okay, guys? Don't lose your minds. You know? It's like, sometimes being creative is hard. It's not always a walk in the park. It's not like when we were kids and we just like to play with our imaginations, and, real life causes stress. It weighs on your head, and that's been my problem. I've been weighed too much by stress. But the thing is, I wanted the pressure to stop. And you can't, if you have a high pressure life, or if you feel stressed all the time, you can't, like, hold back on it. You gotta allow yourself to feel it. You gotta let it, like, wash over you. You gotta let yourself feel it, and then you gotta fight through it. That's basically it. And sometimes it can take a long time. It depends on how much resistance is within you. It really does. So if you got that resistance, you don't want to do it, you're bored, you're depressed, whatever, you gotta at least try. But, if you can't really break through the wall, then, don't beat yourself up about it. I've done that too many times myself. It's no good. But this episode is a prime example, where if you don't feel creative, because I didn't really feel like doing this show, I just felt like I had to do it because it's been a while. But if you keep up with it, it took me 23 minutes to break through. So, at least give yourself 25 minutes to try to do what you need to do. And if you don't get into the groove, then, at least you tried. So, just try, I guess. There's a lot of negative connotation around the word try, but you gotta try. Just try. They say it's like weak people use the word try. No, fuck you. Fuck you. Everyone, no. You're being too positive. You're being too proactive there with don't use the word try, don't use I think, I feel, whatever. Like, I don't usually use those words when I'm writing, but you gotta use those words with yourself to really get yourself through the hump. Get yourself over the hump, rather, and through the wall. But, I'm glad where this went. It's not the best episode I've ever done, but at least I got an episode done. So that's good. That's really good. And I think that's where I'm going to end it here, guys. It was great talking to you. Whoever is listening. Shout out to my subscribers. What we got? I got Ethan Woods. I got Mike Ingley. I got Talia. I'm not sure how many folks listen to it. I think my main man Nick Mortensen listens sometimes. So shout out to all you guys for listening and all that stuff. But I gotta get to work. I got an article right. Gotta go. But here's some exit music, and love you guys. Take it easy. This is Vent Nick R. Murphy, and today's date was April 11th. So maybe I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see. I'll try to push through. There you go.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see the troubles are all the same. You wanna be